all the anti-Semites to all the isolationists. I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day. They're the best ally we could hope for. So we have a commander-in-chief in President Trump, who I think is Ronald Reagan plus, plus, plus. All the anti.
Lindsey Graham, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Lindsey Graham. I'm sure you're enjoying the afterlife right now. Down there, deep, deep down there, amongst the dust and the fire and brimstone. Lindsey Graham. What up, everyone? The Arabian Pleb here. Welcome to the Arabian Pleb show. I'm sorry. It's been another month. It's been another month since I've done one of these. I know I said I'd try, but the key word was I'd try. I'd try my best to get more content out. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so that's just the nature of the beast with my line of work. I got to drop whatever it is that I would prefer to be doing and go and deliver goods and services to my customers. So that's that. Apologies. I'll try again. I'll try to get at least two episodes to you next month. That's the goal. All right. And if I fail, well, I tried. See, get out of jail free card with the T word. But there was Lindsey Graham. God rest his soul. He passed away a couple of weeks ago, and in his own words, until his dying day, to his last breath, he will be supporting Israel, and that he certainly did. And before he died, he got his life's work accomplished. His life's work was achieved, and that is the Iran war. He was able to convince Donald J. Trump to bomb Iran, bomb Iran, as him and what's the other sicko's name? John McCain, Lindsey Graham and John McCain, architects of or some of the architects of the Iran war and some of the architects of the Ukraine war. So that's nice. There you go, Graham. What else has been happening? Well, there's obviously heaps going on. But I don't know, won't go too much into my personal life, but just heaps going on, which is good. You know, everything's positive. Yeah, so that's nice. Let's get into some other clips. Let me just pull them up. Give me 1 sec, and I'll get all this stuff queued up.
For the first time in my career, I'm taking it as a compliment. For the first time in my long and storied career in this movement, I wish it was true. People are saying, you're Jewish, and I'm like, you know what? I sort of wish I was. I wish I could claim that at this point. I don't want to be like you niggas anymore. Listen, if the movement is Stu Peters, who's like a drunk, and it's Dan Kazarian, who is this manlit, fake poker player, Instagram celebrity has-been, and it's Dr. Jang and Sneeko, and who else? It's like, if that's the anti-Semitic movement, then like, Hashem, make me Jewish. Like, Hashem, make me Jewish. Please let me join you. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. No, it's true.
Well, apparently he is. He doesn't have to ask or request that anymore. He apparently, allegedly, according to Sneeko, don't know how trustworthy he is, but he's claiming that Fuentes said to him privately that he's partly Sephardic Jew, like myself, a Sephardic Jew. So there you go, Fuentes. There you go, people. The leading anti-Semite is a Sephardic Jew, a Mexican Sephardic Jew. How hilarious.
We're just jealous. We want to be like you. It's like, if that's the movement, then we're cooked. Look at the Jews roster. The Jews have Larry Ellison. And the Jews have George Soros. And they got Adam Sandler.
And they got Nicholas J. Fuentes.
These people don't fuck around. They got Jack Black. They got Benjamin Netanyahu. They got some heavy hitters. And even on their bench are the goy. They also have the top goys too. They got Donald Trump, Elon Musk. They made Ye apologize. Like, their deck is stacked. The bench is stacked. And then you look at the anti-Semites, and who do we got? Stu Peters, who like crashed his four-wheeler drunk and then got arrested. And you got Ian Carroll. Okay, enough said. And you got Sneak.
What's wrong with Ian Carroll? What's wrong with Ian Carroll? He does great work. Fuentes doesn't like him because he is diving deep into the Charlie Kirk assassination and pointing to it being an Israeli operation, and sort of piggybacking off Candace Owens' work and who's the other guy, Baron Coleman, and shout out to Clint Russell. He's doing great journalistic work on all that stuff too. So yeah, that's like Fuentes' as far as I'm aware, I don't know, like, prove me wrong, Cuzzy, prove me wrong, that, you know, his big gripe with Ian Carroll is that he's jumping to assumptions and assertions on the Charlie Kirk situation, assassination. Can't really blame him because the official narrative is such fucking bullshit. I know Fuentes is on board with the official narrative, probably because he's a Sephardic Jew. so that explains it.
Go. And Dan Kazarian.
Sephardic Jew like myself.
Dan Bilzerian, he joined the fray. Now he's an anti-Semite. Jake Shields, who legitimately has brain damage, like punch drunk brain damage. It's like the lineup is a joke, you guys.
You failed to mention Dave Smith, Jewish Dave Smith, who's on the Gentile side, who's railing against the Israeli genocide and Israeli takeover of the American empire.
It's like Lollapalooza for retards. Like, you're announcing the lineup of anti-Semites, and it's like, please, I can't take any more. Stop. We don't
Dave Smith, dude, you're leaving him out. Don't leave my boy Dave Smith out.
want any more anti-Semites. Imagine you go back in time like 4 years. Nobody was anti-Semitic. Nobody knew about the Jews. Nobody knew the Jews did not.
Fucking shut up, Nick. We did. The good libertarians, the right-wing libertarians knew all about it. Fuck, he tries to fucking talk some crap and acts like he owns all this shit. He's the one who led the way, talking about the Jews and Israel and, you know, red-pilling people on that whole situation. No way, dude. Man, I've been watching Nick Fuentes since 2019. Like, we've all been aware of this stuff. Don't act like you're so great. You're the one who's fucking doing all the work and then now you're sick of it. You know, everyone's now talking about the Jews, so it's not cool anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm Sephardic Jew, Mexican Nick Fuentes. Meh, Fuentes. Such a little fucking twerp, dude. Such a gay little Jewish Mexican.
And you're thinking, like, who's going to be the celebrity endorsements for anti-Semitism? It's like this MMA fighter. It's like, remember Dan Bilzerian from 2015 when he was on Instagram? And it's Sneeko because, like, of course, he follows every fad. And it's this, like, COVID truther alcoholic who beats his family. Stu Peters. It's like, don't we have anyone better? Like, we used to have Kanye. He doesn't want any part of this anymore. It's like, I don't know, guys. I think, and I think it's time to pack it up. Hashem. Can we get that guy to wrap the tefillin? Is he still there? Is he still in Chicago? Did he catch his flight yet? I think, do we have any time for a last minute tefillin wrapping, please? So yeah, they're calling me Jewish and it's like, damn, I wish. We're stuck on this side. We're stuck on the wrong side.
You might not have to wish, bro. You might not have to wish. I'd love to see your DNA, Fuentes. That's the only way we're going to be able to confirm. But the allegations are ripe. They're out there. He's been accused of being Jewish, dude. Little Jewish Nicky Fuentes. Who was it? I seen, what is it? Virillion. What's the guy's name? I should fucking give him a shout out. He does some pretty good stuff. My cousin put me onto him. Let me see. He did a good little sort of breakdown of all this Fuentes being Jewish accusation stuff. He got right into like the Sephardics, like who the Sephardic Jews actually are, and how all that, you know, has played out, and how Fuentes probably is Sephardic, got some Sephardic Jewish heritage, but probably just like a small, you know, a small percentage, which would make a lot of sense because, you know, his family, or at least whatever, a quarter of his family come from that part of the world. A quarter of his heritage come from that part of the world. Where the fuck is it? What's the guy's name? Sorry, bear with me. Bear with me for once. Here we go. Will Sexton. And yeah, that's his YouTube channel, I think. Is that what it is? Hang on, let me click on it. At Virillium Live, Will Sexton. The Narrative with Will Sexton YouTube channel, and his video from 5 days ago is Nick Fuentes secretly Jewish? Sephardim explained. Great video. Yeah, check it out. I think he does a pretty good breakdown of. There it is. There, yeah, is Nick Fuentes secretly a Sephard? Yeah, check that shit out. Worth a watch.
Al Fanning's ass sent $20. Friends are getting married now and every single groom sobs during his vows, whereas the bride is stone cold during hers.
It's really gay, man. It's so bad. The men are so... It's inverted. The women are the men and the men are the women. The men look at the wife on her wedding day and he goes, "Oh my gosh, you're beautiful." It's like, what the fuck? It's her day. It's like, this is... For a guy, this should be like an obligation. It's like the chicks wear the pants. It's insane. They're crying about it. Oh, the wedding is like the ultimate humiliation ritual. I saw...
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I see what he's saying, like about, like, you know, men crying on their wedding day. I don't know, man. I'm not going to judge. Nick, but like to say it's gay. I know Nick uses a lot of humor and sarcasm and stuff like that, so he's just probably, you know, clickbaiting and it's just part of his act or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's gay. I wouldn't do it personally. I don't know. I don't, there's not a lot of things I cry about. You know, when friends die, that usually is a bit of a tearjerker. Going through sort of the processing phase of, you know, someone close to me dying, particularly young people. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably about it really these days. Used to cry a lot when I was a kid, but, you know, you grow out of that shit.
On Instagram, oh my gosh. I saw a wedding on Instagram Reels this weekend where all these stupid bitches are playing that song, you know, "Where the Hell Is My Husband?" for their wedding entrance. And they're all doing this thing where they have a sheet over the door so that you could see the shadow. You could see the silhouette of the groom and the bride. And so there's a TikTok where they're shining a light over a sheet. You could see her silhouette on the sheet. And she's dancing to the song. And then they drop the sheet and she comes running out dancing. And she's holding the groom's arm above his head like he's a war captive, like he's a war bride. Like he's a fucking trophy. Running out, dancing to the stupid fucking song. And it's like the wedding has just become the mother of all humiliation rituals.
Righto, Catholic, Sephardic, Jewish, Nicholas J. Fuentes. Jeez, mate. Jeez. Just everything heterosexual is gay to this little man. Hilarious.
You've fallen because you have also been influenced by this massive media operation against Israel. It is a media operation that I think no other country has faced.
If you want
and
me to be
sadly it's
better
been
informed,
successful.
if you want me to be better hang on, Jonathan. Hang on, Scott. If you want me to be better informed, Jonathan, then let the international journalists into Gaza to do their job and find out for themselves. Let them do it. There's a reason Netanyahu doesn't want it to happen and is prohibiting journalists from going in there unless they're embedded with the IDF and are friendly, like Andrew Fox.
There's lots of reporting
and
from Gaza.
There is no independent free reporting in Gaza.
Yes,
none.
there is.
Zero.
Yes,
Nada.
there is.
You banned
yes,
all
there
international
is.
media.
Reuters,
Which journalists got in freely without IDF
CNN,
embedment?
Washington Post and AFP all have correspondents on the ground reporting from Gaza. Yes, check their bylines.
Operating freely.
All of these are reporting from Gaza daily. Freely. They have been reporting since October 7. What you say is factually incorrect.
So there is no ban, just to be clear. Wow, hang on. You yourself, in previous interviews on this show, have admitted there is a ban on international media and it should be stopped.
I have said that there haven't been international correspondence.
Since October the 7th, they've all been there. Which one is it?
I'll tell you very clearly. CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, AP, and AFP, and Reuters all have staff on the ground, and they have been reporting. Gazan reporters who work for those agencies, and of course Al Jazeera as well. I forgot the Qatari.
So just to be clear,
machine. But what hasn't been allowed?
I thought that the narrative coming out of Gaza with Gazan journalists was they were all pro-Hamas. That's why 200 plus have been killed. And they're all pro-Hamas, therefore they're not actual journalists. Now your position is that the Gazan journalists are free, independent journalists and not Hamas. Is that your position? And secondly, there remains in place, as you know, Jonathan, a ban on all international media going into Gaza. Non-Gazan journalists from outside going in to do their job. So when you say to me, I should be better informed, I would love to be better informed. Let the journalists go in and do their job. The international media.
Journalists. 267 journalists, according to international NGOs, have been reported killed, cited by various organizations that they were only journalists. Out of those, more than 125 have already been recognized by Hamas and the Islamic Jihad as their own fighters. Now, where's the reporting on that?
How are any of these Israeli spokespeople allowed out in public without doing some sort of fucking training, some sort of focus group testing on how to not be the most insufferable lying piece of shit on the planet Earth? Even just to not be perceived in that way. How are they not? Dude, they've got so much financing. They've got so much fucking powerful whatever, entities backing these propagandists. You'd think they'd be able to come up with something better than that guy, trying to, bullshit us and sell us on a whole heap of crap. Surely they could come up with someone better. Just one person to make me question, oh, fuck, have I really got everything right about, the Israelis? Am I sure? I'm so certain. It's, so obvious. It's undeniably, objectively obvious that they're a bunch of psychopathic killers, murderers, and rapists, and are committing a genocide for everybody to watch on the internet. And taking over southern Lebanon and convincing, persuading, dragging America into a war with Iran and fucking, enraging the Houthis and helping to overthrow Assad in Syria and to take parts of fucking, Syria again with the Golan Heights, to take over, to occupy the West Bank and Gaza, to have millions of their own people that they control in those occupied areas completely held captive. They can't leave. They got no airport, no seaport. They've got a lot of the people in Gaza on a calorie count. They got them all living in tents. They've blown up every single apartment building. They're bragging about blowing up every single apartment building in Gaza and a lot of the apartment buildings in southern Lebanon. Like, it's just so fucking crazy that they can't come up with better liars. They can't give us somebody to question the facts on the ground and the reality as it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just repeating myself now. So the latest that's happening in the States at the moment is Anthony Fauci being dragged through the American fucking whatever it is, the Congress or the Senate, for the COVID tyranny and for all his recommendations during the fucking scamdemic bullshit, lockdowns and vaccine mandates, poison mandates. He's getting dragged right now. And I just wanted to remind you all of this fantastic job that Dave Smith did when he debated Andrew Cuomo and humiliated him on Patrick Bet-David's show. Let's cut over to that, because this was just incredible. This was like so fucking needed. And probably I think it's like the only time that any of the talking heads in the corporate media was ever like confronted by someone who knows what they're talking about and called them out on their bullshit, you know, in front of a live audience. So let's check it out.
There was so much talk that they don't want you to take ivermectin. Ivermectin is the way to go. Take it. Joe Rogan got better from ivermectin. And by the way, I don't like what people did to Joe Rogan about ivermectin. I don't like
You did it.
No. Okay,
Yes,
good.
you did.
Find the clips.
Dude, find the clips. You shamed Joe Rogan.
Find the
you
clips.
said he's taking horse dewormer. You and Don Lemon were chuckling at each other about it.
No.
I'll go find
First
the
of all,
clip.
you just saw the clips.
I watched it.
I'm not chuckling. I'm listening to Don. But
No. The
here's
clip
point.
I'm talking about wasn't on there, and
Here's-
it's absolutely
look, we
there.
were
Here, do we have it? Hold on. Let's play the clip.
Go ahead.
Injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to. Oh my God. What person? You know, you talk about cancel culture and who to shame. Ivermectin, a dewormer, really?
They are shaming themselves.
That's
No
what
one
it
has
is.
to shame them. They're shaming themselves.
So you're taking a dewormer right now,
This
Chris.
is
Chris,
the
you can't
dewormer.
apologize for that.
This-
You weren't being clear that it was
All
this,
right.
and you know that, dude. You're being so dishonest right now, man.
I'm not
You
being
were talking
dishonest.
about ivermectin, the drug. You were not talking about
I
this
was-
version of ivermectin. Come on,
I
man.
was.
Davey boy. Gotta love him, dude. Gotta love him. Fucking heroic effort in that debate with Andrew Cuomo. It was incredible. If anyone who hasn't watched it, like, I highly recommend go watch the whole thing. It's probably about 2 hours or whatever, but it is just a fucking slap down, beat down of Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo? Chris Cuomo? Chris Cuomo. Sorry, Chris Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo was his brother who was the governor of New York. Chris Cuomo. Scumbag. Dave Smith slaps him down. Perfect. Got to go watch the whole thing. Incredible. This is kind of cool. Like, super fascinating bit of information. So I guess this is released by Candace Owens. So these are some private text messages that Candace and Charlie Kirk, private text messages between Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk. Let's just read them. I'm not going to give... hang on 1 sec. Got my sister calling. 1 second. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. Gotta answer the phone. Gotta stop what you're doing when your family calls you, especially your younger sisters. So let's read some of these text messages. So I guess this is, well, I don't know. It's, in response to, I guess, like Candace Owens, leaving the Daily Wire or Ben Shapiro, like, wanting to fire Candace Owens from the Daily Wire, but she had not left the Daily Wire. I just get that because Charlie Kirk is saying here, this is to Candace Owens, don't resign. It's what they want. Candace saying, I won't. I know. Charlie. Jeremy, that's, what's his name? Anyway, one of the co-owners or former co-owner, CEO of, Jeremy Boring of Daily Wire. Jeremy 100% workshopped this. This is not Ben acting alone. This is a hit. Candace, I believe it. I believe that 100%. Now, I don't know. So 1, 2. Okay. this is a sea-level hit against... Oh, sorry, Charlie, this is a sea-level hit against you because they think they can provoke you. Candace, yes. Charlie, that's why this is all coordinated. Candace, also, Marissa involved, I suspect. They always send her out last to talk sense to me. Charlie, they want you to do a video, quote, "Oh my God, I'm out. I won't work for him," end quote. Candace, I believe it. Charlie, Marissa Street, she's part of the tribe. Don't listen to her. I wonder what tribe he's talking about. Candace, I know she is. Charlie, good. Okay, this is a fucking... This has got to be a nail in the coffin for the Zionists right here and their attempt to whitewash like Charlie's transformation towards the end of his life. He was starting to turn on Israel. In a text message chat that Candace previously released months and months and months ago, Charlie saying that he has no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause in response to Jewish donors of his that were pulling out money because he refused to denounce Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. So now this is like another one. Okay, here we go. Charlie, good. Charlie, I've told all the Jews recently to go to hell who try to tell me to stop. Bruh, I wish I had a fucking soundboard right now. Bruh. Candace, it's unreal. It's an implicit threat. Charlie, by the way, did the flight work out? Okay, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, sorry. Okay. What'd she say? Defended you. She went on Tucker, defended Charlie hardcore. Forgot to mention he just dropped it. Charlie, thank you. Charlie, we are on the same team. Screw these people. Who are these people he's talking about, I wonder? Candace at the 20-minute mark, so referring to the Tucker interview she did. And then let's skip over to this one here. Candace writing to Charlie, thank you so much for having my back. You know I have yours. I'm really so disgusted by what they did to you. Years of service to the pro-Israel cause and no one cares. Treating you like you are only as good as what you can do to them. Plane worked out great. Thank you so much. Made all the difference this pregnancy, lol. Literally 40 weeks. Charlie, absolutely. We are on the same team. People are waking up. It's finally happening. It's so transactional. I am repulsed by it. For years, I was called a Jewish shill, and now they say I am Hamas. I am a Hamas agent. Screw them. The game has changed. Excellent. Woo! Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That's pretty crazy. And just to prove I'm not just a Nick Fuentes hater, and some of this stuff I do say in jest as well, as Nick does, as Nick is always saying things in jest and being sarcastic and using humor and being provocative and clip farming and whatever else he does. This is, Nick is funny. Nick is fucking funny, man. So I think this is really, really one of Nick's funnier moments. So let's cut over to it. And this is Nick Fuentes clowning on Sneeko, and it is hilarious. It is hilarious.
This is too good, guys. This is too good. This is not like this. Not like this, Muslims. Not like this, Muslim bros. Look at this.
Oh. Argentina with the wide ball. Great ball out wide. Oh, it crosses in.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, I love it.
Oh my God!
How does that feel? Yeah. How does that feel? Yeah, and how does that feel? Look at the face. Look, he can't even comprehend. Look at him. Stunned. That's who we are, and you're nothing. Don't forget that. See, that's who we are, and you're nothing. Look at him. He can't even, he's in disbelief. How is it possible, he says.
I think this is when
How is it
Argentina
possible
played
for one
Egypt.
man,
I'm pretty sure.
Lionel
something like
Messi to be so goated. How is it possible? Because that's who we are, and you're nothing. Look. Yeah. Oh my gosh is right. Where's Allah? Allah, where did he go?
Hey Nick, you believe in Allah too, mate? Allah just means God in Arabic or Aramaic. So relax, mate. We all believe, if you're a Christian, you believe in Allah as well. It's just the Arab word for God. Relax, brah.
Yeah, what's up? Zoom in. Yeah, zoom in. Zoom in. Put your head in your hands, bitch. That's right. Yeah, cover your face. Cover your face in shame. That's right. This one's on Kafir. This one's on Kafir, bitch. That's right. All that poly market money, thank you very much. We will take that. And we will be taking your poly market money.
Yo, go away. Go, yo, with the sports betting.
I can't believe it.
I can't.
Yo.
Yeah. How does that feel? Huh? How's that one feel? That's right. Hide your face. Hide your face. You're nothing. And then, here was even better. And then this one was even better. This was my favorite moment. Look at this. We get the crying again. Watch.
Dude, people take soccer so seriously. They fight and die for soccer. Yeah, that's right, soccer, not football. We're in Australia, mate. Soccer.
And then he's literally
soccer,
crying.
Dale. It's soccer, bro.
Dude, he's like Jordan Peterson now.
Love you, Dale.
What happened to Sneeko? What happened? Wasn't he just 4 days ago? Wasn't he going, wah, Islam's dominating the world, whatever? Now he's like Jordan Peterson. All he does is cry.
It's like Jordan Peterson. All he does is cry. Oh, Fuentes.
Man. And I love that the Cope, they were all saying, well, Argentina's like Israel. They're saying Lionel Messi is Zionist.
Dude, Messi's the GOAT. I don't care if he's Israeli. He's the GOAT.
They are just losers. Third worldists, their ideology is losing. Losing wars, losing soccer games. It's just losing. And then when they lose, they turn around and blame it on somebody else. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, Israel is like destroying the whole Muslim world. Like, they're killing everybody. They're genociding everybody. That one's legit. Okay, but in a soccer game, you can't blame Israel for losing in soccer. How does that even make sense? They say FIFA's rigged. They're Zionist. It's like, hang on a second. What does one have to do with the other? They got more goals than you. They kicked the ball in the net more times than you.
All right. Fuentes, Sephardi Fuente, little Sephardi Jewy Flenty.
Do you have a comment on Australia?
I'm going to have a comment on a discourse that, trivializes the Holocaust by saying the United States has conducted Holocaust, that attacks, that demeans the United States in really a grotesque way. If we made mistakes, did we give, as you say, green lights or yellow lights when we shouldn't have? That could be. Talk to people from East Timor, though. Talk to people from Bangladesh. Do they want the U.S. to just withdraw and leave them to the mercies of their neighbors, or would they prefer for the U.S. to have done more and to be doing more? And as we have done more since, incidentally, the Bangladesh split off from Pakistan, doing more to keep the peace there. Talk to people who care about liberty around the world. They understand that for all the mistakes we make, and that we are important to them, to their peace, to their prosperity, to their liberty. People of all colors, I would say, all ethnicities, all religions. Of course, our intervention in the Balkans was on behalf of Muslims. Our intervention in Iraq and Afghanistan was on behalf of Muslims, and our departure from Afghanistan has unfortunately left many decent people in Afghanistan who worked with us, but more importantly, worked for themselves and enjoyed the relative freedom of the last 20 years, now worrying that they may never have a chance at that again. I hope we can do it diplomatically, help get decent people out who've worked with us. That's our moral obligation. And I also hope we can diplomatically, perhaps, help work for an outcome there that's less bad than, unfortunately, the outcome looks like it might be. But that's, again, where I think our intervention, both.
I know Bill Kristol right here is rambling, but Scott's going to get to a great point in response to this fucking rambling nonsense about Bill Kristol essentially trying to say, like, oh, you're trivializing the Holocaust by saying America has committed Holocaust. You're trivializing it. Stop trivializing the Holocaust.
Diplomatic, economic, as well as, if need be, occasionally military, is so important around the world. But just again, the notion that, Australia may have foolish COVID protocols now, and people.
Who's going to argue Australia didn't have foolish COVID protocols? Who's seriously going to try and argue that we didn't? We're the fucking most foolish protocols probably on the planet. It's ridiculous. Curfews. Fucking curfews in Victoria. Weren't allowed outside after fucking 8 p.m. or 9 p.m, whenever it was. Like, oh yeah, the virus is going to respect that. Like the virus is spreading much more after 9 p.m. There's so much scientific data to back that up. So much empirical evidence to back up why curfew's necessary. Oh my God, it's raging, dude. Like going back to that time, just thinking about that time that we all lived through was just fucking insane.
Can chortle about how that's like totalitarianism, but that's ludicrous, honestly. And a discourse that can talk about a U.S. Holocaust and about authoritarian, I'm not sure what term was used, so I don't want to characterize it, but talk about Australia even in a semi-joking way, in the same way one talks about genuine dictatorships that kill dissidents and really oppress minorities in horrible ways. People who can talk cavalierly about that, I don't know what to say.
Next question.
Then shut the fuck up, Kristol.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
On trivializing the Holocaust, our government, led by the neoconservative hawks, call every opponent of the American government Hitler. Noriega's Hitler, David Koresh is Hitler, Saddam Hussein is Hitler, the Ayatollah Khomeini and Khamenei are Hitler. In fact, just 6 weeks ago, H.R. McMaster said that for Trump to have negotiated with the Taliban, that's just like Neville Chamberlain negotiating with Hitler. Well, that to me sounds like it's trivializing the Holocaust. Either Hitler was a unique danger or he wasn't. And I would say that he was. And I would say that when they bring up Adolf Hitler, the exception that proves the rule, in every single case where America has to intervene. Oh, Muammar Gaddafi, the guy from the Naked Gun too? Yeah, no, we got to get him too. He's Hitler too. They're all Hitler. Speaking of trivializing the Holocaust.
Comment, Bill? No. You want to pass? You want to pass?
No.
Okay, you want to pass. Question.
He had nothing, bro. Because Scott is just wrecking him. Go watch that whole debate, dude. Why did the fucking video quality go to shite, though? I was a bit off that. Quality. I want 1080p. Dude, watch this whole debate. It goes for an hour and a half. 1 hour, 33 minutes and 38 seconds. Take 1 hour, 33 minutes and 38 seconds out of your life and watch that debate. It's a masterclass of Scott Horton, the great libertarian right-wing Scott Horton. I don't know if he'd call himself a right-winger, but I think he is. Just culturally, right, and economically. But the libertarian, fantastic Scott Horton, ripping Bill Kristol to shreds. Better than anybody could possibly do it. Scott did a phenomenal job. Check it out. It is amazing. It's so good, dude. You got to fucking watch that. It's incredible. Rightio. And we're going to finish up, as I often like to do, on the markets. Okay, what do we got here? US 30-year Treasury. Oh, no. What am I talking about? That's the Dow Jones. That's the fucking Dow Jones, brah. The 30-year Treasury. Dow Jones. Off its peak. Oh, could be a little channel forming here. I think it is. Yeah, little consolidation pattern. So it's probably when it breaks out of this, there's a good chance it's going to rip to the up. Trend is your friend. The trend is up, up, up. So 51,000 and a half, whatever. Aussie market, just trash, but, is what it is. 8,958 points. on the ASX 200. What else is worth looking at? Most of it's just garbage crap. US oil. Okay, a little bit of, this is kind of interesting, a little bit of a bat pattern, pretty much a textbook bat pattern here. And we could get, this is what we'd be looking for, right? This is what we want, right? This is my expert opinion. Where's the brush? Where's the brush, bruh? I don't know where the brush is. Oh, come on, man. Where's the brush? I used to have a brush here somewhere. Oh, bro, this is terrible fucking radio right now. Okay, basically, what we would be looking for if you wanted to trade this would be like, we've got one low here, and then we'd want it to, then it rallies up as it has, and then we want another sort of sell off, and then a bit of a round, and then a second low and a bit of a rounding out, and that would be like a confirmation low, and it can be like a little higher or spot on or a little lower. But as long as we get a bit of rounding out and a bit of change in the MACD momentum, sort of starting going from negative to positive, that would be huge. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on this US oil. I'm expecting oil to just rip, with everything that's going on in Iran and everything else in the Middle East and Israel being a bunch of scumbags. Not all the Israelis, but the Israeli government. I'm expecting this to just go crazy. And I know I'm sure there's manipulation in the oil markets. Like, how can there not be, like every other market, with all the paper contracts and just, all that sort of bullshit. But anyway, US oil or Brent crude, however you want to look at it or call it. Gold, just still confined consolidation in US dollars, 4,000 and change. In Aussie dollars, 5,800 and change. Silver in US dollars, $57. Silver in Aussie dollars, $70 an ounce. Platinum, palladium, no one cares about that. The US dollar, we want this to just sell off, but it's not. It's refusing to. Could be Wyckoff accumulation here. So it could be upside potential going on here. Aussie dollar is just fucking toilet paper priced against the US dollar. 69 cents and change. We've got bonds. There was, I seen Peter Schiff going on about the 30-year treasuries of the 10-year, but the 30-year treasury is at a 20-year high, which is like, what needs to happen. Interest rates need to go up. I remember I was talking to Dale about this last time I was out at his place, but we need interest rates to go up. We need home prices to collapse. That's the only way that asset prices and just inflation is going to get under control is if the government stops printing money, stops creating more debt and allowing the banks to stop to create more debt. And what needs to happen is interest rates need to go up, and the market needs to find where interest rates need to go. I'm not saying artificially pump them up and put them at an artificially high level. They just need to go to wherever they need to go, as determined by the market, as determined by people, real people who are willing to lend and real people who are willing to borrow, and find out where the fair value is. And I know it's much, much higher than it is because we're so awash in debt. And, in like a real market, how you would get low interest rates would be an excess of savings. And how you would get high interest rates naturally would be an excess of debt and a very limited supply of savings. There's less money to lend out, so therefore anyone who wants to, and there's so much debt out there, so anyone who wants to borrow money is going to have to pay a high premium for it. So that's the environment we're in, but interest rates are still really low. You can get a mortgage for like less than 7%. Like, it doesn't. So the only way that makes sense is that the government is manipulating it. The government and the banks in collusion, in coordination, are manipulating the interest rates to make it seem like we've got more money to lend out than we actually do. So house prices need to collapse, dude. It's criminal that they're this high. It's ridiculous, man. It's like no one's thinking of the next generations. No one's thinking 50 years down the track, like what are my kids' how are my kids' going to afford to buy a house in these current conditions? Like if house prices are going to keep going up, whatever it has been my whole life, like fucking, my mum bought her house for $73,000 and now it's apparently worth $1 million. That's bullshit, dude. That's not sustainable. That's not a sustainable trajectory. So that's that. Dale, I think, and I don't mean to mischaracterize him, love Dale, love Louise. They're beautiful, beautiful people, and their whole family is amazing. I've got to get back out there soon and give them a hand on the property. But I think they kind of disagreed with my analysis and me saying that interest rates need to be much higher and house prices need to collapse. It's that the fact that house prices are so high and as high as they are is criminal. I think they kind of like disagreed with that a little bit. And I'd be happy to talk more to them about them. So don't want to mischaracterize anything. So I love those guys. I love them to death. Go follow Dale at Waking World and email Dale at Waking World. Dale at waking.world, Dale at waking.world, and tell him how much you love his podcast. Check out the Waking World podcast. Phenomenal podcast. And Dale's a phenomenal human being. And that's just the truth. And so is his whole family. Love him to bits. Love his daughter and love his son and love his wife and love him. Full glazing. Full Dale glazer right here. Happy to admit it. Yeah, I'm the Dale glazer. You know? That's it. That's it, bruh. All right. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. Peace out. Love you. Love everybody. Love all you guys. Thanks for anyone who tunes in, all 23 of you. And hopefully it's 23. Maybe it's only 5, but hopefully it's 23 or 24. Forgive your trespasses. Love your enemies. Follow Jesus' teachings. Peace out, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the day, rest of the week. Hopefully see you in 2 weeks' time. Maybe not, though. But I'll try. I will try. Peace out.